Hey guys, so today I'm bringing you my summer foundation routine. Most of us change up our foundation routine a bit in the summer so that we're wearing less makeup because the sun is always beating down on us and melting our faces off. So I'm just bringing you a really quick, simple foundation routine that I've been doing for the summer, and that's been really working well for me. So if you want to see this look, then please keep watching. I always apply a layer of moisturizer on my skin before I put on my foundation, so I just use this Olay Classic Moisturizing Cream, and it just looks like this. So I just put a thin layer of that on my skin as a primer, and then I'm ready to start with my foundation. So the foundation I use is MAC Studio Fluid Fix Foundation, and this is in NW20. And I apply this as though it were concealer because I don't like to wear foundation all over my face in the summer. So I just take a sponge and I make sure it's open, maybe about that much on a sponge, and then I just use my fingers. Make sure you wash your hands first. So what I do is just put it in areas where I would normally put concealer. So any areas that are red or that you need to cover up. So I'll put it under my eyes. Just put a few dots. And then I put it down my nose. The sides of my nose always get red. Actually, I need a little bit more, so I'll squirt a little bit more. And then I put it on my chin. And I have a little scar here, so I always like to cover that up. And then anywhere you have pimples, so I have a little pimple here. Then I take this brush. This is a Sigma SS197 brush. It's a flat top. This is great for stippling in your foundation. You get a really nice light coverage. So I just take my brush and I start sweeping and stippling in all of my foundation. So I do kind of a combination of just sweeping to get the foundation where I want it and then stippling to just give it a nice airbrush look. What I like about using this brush is when you apply a drop of foundation and you stipple it, it really blends it all evenly across your face. So you tend to use less makeup and you get a really good even application. So I just go back over, make sure I've gotten all my areas. If I weren't wearing eyeshadow, I would also put some on my eyelids to blend that skin, make it more even. So when that's done, I just take another sponge and I just pat over all the areas where I put my foundation. You don't have to do this step, I just like to make sure that there's no brush marks or anything like that. So the next thing I do after that, I would look over and make sure everything's okay. If there's any spots that I still find red, I would go back over and probably just use a sponge to get more a heavier coverage. So when that's done, I like to set it. This is something I do mostly in the summer. I use this Vichy Dermablend setting powder, and really any translucent powder is fine. This is just something that I had, and I just use this to get rid of oil and just to set the foundation so it doesn't run in the day when it's really hot out. So what I like to do is it comes on this little sponge, this little, whatever you call this thing, puff thing. And I love this Kabuki by e.l.f. So this is what I use. And I just dip my Kabuki right into it. And then I just usually put this kind of in my T-zone. I don't really put it all over. So I'll start on my chin, my nose, and then I'll do my forehead. So just kind of pat it and blend it in and just keep going as needed. So just like that. And the next thing I do is take my MSF by MAC. This is in medium plus. I don't know if you can even see that. And again, I take my Kabuki brush and I put this light unveiling all over my face. So just dip it in and then I just go ahead and put that all over my face. And again, if I weren't wearing eyeshadow, I would also probably put this on my eyelids as well. And then the important thing is also make sure to bring it down your neck so that you have an even transition from your face to your neck. And then when it's all applied, I just go over one more time to make sure it's all blended in. Okay, so when that's done, my last step for the summer is bronzer. And I've been using this bronzer for probably about maybe 3 or 4 years now. I'm actually only on my second one. My first one lasted me forever. So it's Rimmel Natural Bronzer with natural minerals. And this is in number 22 Sun Bronze. My first one, which I think I still have in here too, was in shade lighter. It was in Sunlight. And like, I really hit pan on it. So these were on sale for $4 Canadian the other day. So I went and picked this one up. And I take my kabuki with this, and I only apply this like where the sun would naturally hit you. You don't really want to put this all over your face. So I put it on my forehead, a little bit down my nose, and then just down the sides of my face, along my jawline, and sometimes a little bit like for contouring, and then down my neck too. So I swirl a bit. I don't try not to put too much on. You can always build it up. You'd rather start with less than end up having a really orange face. What I like about this bronzer is that it's completely matte. Yeah, there's absolutely no shimmer in it. So this is really, really natural bronzer. Since my blushes tend to have shimmer and stuff, I really like to stick with a really matte bronzer. So I just apply this with my kabuki brush down in those areas. A lot of people like to do the 3 method. That is also a really good method to do. So down my nose and my chin. I usually don't dip it back in the brush that much, in the product that much. I'll do probably 1 sweep for my face and then 1 sweep for my neck. And then again, I just like to go over and make sure it's all blended in nicely. So that is it for my summer foundation routine. I find it's really light. Using less foundation and concealer really helps you in the summer to let your skin breathe. Another good thing is to put sunscreen under your makeup as well if you're going out in the sun. Really, you should probably be putting it on your skin every day, but I know a lot of us don't. So from here, you would go on to put it on your blush, fill in your eyebrows, and do your face. So I hope you guys like this video, and stay tuned.